Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stephanie Seriously. My name is Stephanie Writings. This is my first live video on YouTube. I'm going to try, sorry, I just got out of the shower, I'm a little damp. I'm going to try to share it over on the Stephanie Seriously page on Facebook. But I just wanted to jump on really quick to talk about something that I feel like God really revealed to me this morning. Um, um, about how sovereign he is, meaning like everything he does is intentionally. He doesn't do anything on accident. Nothing takes him by surprise. And so I just want to share a little story with you. I'll try to make it quick. So let's see. When I was 11 years old, I think I may have been a little bit younger. 11 years old. My dad used to work at sorry, a Wonder Bread thrift store in Oakland. And it was really close to our house and my grade school. So I used to walk over there in the morning and I would help him out around the store or I would have breakfast or whatever before I would go to school. And one particular morning, I get over there and he's like, "Do you know what today is?" And I'm all, "Thursday?" And he was like, "But do you know like what it is? Like what's special about today?" And I'm like, "I don't really know. Can you just tell me?" And he was like, "Today's my birthday." And I was like, "No, it's not." And he's like, "It really is my birthday." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry. Happy birthday." Like, how did we not know it was your birthday? Sorry. And I don't remember, if we like celebrated or if we did anything about it, but he felt the need to tell me that year that it was his birthday. And so I know kids are like selfish and we never think about our parents, like when we're little, like we're not thinking about our parents. So what dawned on me this morning is wait, if I was 11, that means that for 11 years of my life, we never acknowledged his birthday, which made me really sad. So then, fast forward a few years later, my oldest brother, who's I think he's like 13 years older than me, he had two kids, and then quite a few years after that, then I had my two boys, and my dad used to call me. So my niece and nephew, their birthdays are both the same month. So my dad would call me every year in May and ask me what day is their birthday. I know it's coming up. So I would tell him like, Chucky's birthday is this day, Cherish's birthday is this day. And I was like, by the way, June's coming up. It's going to be Joseph's birthday because I know that it was just too many days to try to keep track of, right? Like he always got his kids' birthdays, right? It was the nieces, it was the grandkids that were like, well, when is it? And Nathaniel, he always got Nathaniel's birthday right because Nathaniel's birthday is the day before my brother Alex's birthday. So he always remembered Nate's birthday. But the other grandkids, it was always a little sketchy, right? So I told myself, I was like, okay, when oh no. I'm sorry. Let me dial back. So after having Nate, after having Joseph and Nathaniel, we have been praying for a girl. And so we had been trying for a girl and it wasn't happening. And it was just kind of weird because like Joseph was like, surprise, your baby. Um, and then very intentionally, 9 months after Joseph was born, I was pregnant with Nate. So I never had issues conceiving children. And so here we are 2 years later, and I wasn't conceiving, and I was getting a little concerned. It took 6 months, which is totally normal. It took 6 months, which is not normal for us, but it took 6 months before I got pregnant with Isabel. And so, which I found out right before my husband's birthday that I was pregnant with Isabel. So it was kind of like a gift for him. Um, After some complications, after some scares, not really sure if the pregnancy was going to come to full term, um, she was developing fine and everything was going great. So I decided, sorry, I decided to when I got the due date for her, her due date was actually April 21st. And so I did my calculations and I realized that we were going to have a cesarean, and that exactly a week before, which is when they usually want to do your cesarean at 39 weeks, it would be April 17th. So I was like, okay, this is funny. Just doing this to be funny. Can I have my baby on April 17th? That way my dad will not forget her birthday. Right? Like that was my little joke. And last night I was just thinking about that. Um, how it's never been hard for me to conceive, how there's never been any issues with trying to get pregnant. And God knew, like, if anyone knows about my father and me and our relationship, my dad was like my best friend. And we were very close. And I don't imagine that there'll ever be another person in my life that um, I relate to the way that I relate to my dad, the way that we speak to each other, the way that he encourages my life. There's so many things that I can't even describe, but he was like my best friend. And so it was being funny, but it was also like I thought it was so cool that his only daughter um got him a granddaughter on his birthday. Like it was just really special. And I just thought about, sorry, I just thought about God's perfect love in that moment. How I'm always saying that I feel like my dad has shown me what the perfect love of a father in Jesus looks like. Just my dad's dependability and his being very genuine and never accusing me or putting me down. Like he's always up talked me and was very good at making sure I knew that he was proud of me. So it's crazy just the timing on how God could have allowed me to conceive at any other time, but He picked, like even if in a natural in a in a natural birth situation, you never know when your baby's going to be born. Um, but you also never know when you're going to conceive. And had I conceived at any other time while we were trying, I would not have been able to pick April 17th to be my daughter's birthday. So I thank God for that. I thank God that He knew the year after we celebrated my father's last birthday and my daughter's first birthday. He knew that my father wasn't going to be here to celebrate another birthday. And I'm so grateful that even at 11 years old, I didn't know that it was his birthday. But I'm never going to forget that day again. Sorry. I'm never going to forget that day again because now it's my daughter's birthday. And I'm never going to have to be sad on that day because he's not here, because I have Isabel. And she's not going to let me be sad on her birthday. Like, like a lot of times people will say, oh, they're two. They don't know it's their birthday. That girl knew full well it was her birthday. She knew it was her birthday. And if you told her, hey, what you doing for your birthday? I go to Disneyland on my birthday. I see Minnie Mouse and the castle. Like she knew it was her birthday. So anyway, I just wanted to share that just so sometimes it feels like your life is just spiraling out of control. Like it just seems like there's just nothing but craziness and chaos and just you're losing your footing. You feel like you're in a cloud, like everything is just out of control. But God is so sovereign, and there is nothing that's happening in our lives that He's unaware of. And just like He placed my daughter in my womb at such a perfect time that I could have her be born on my father's birthday, that was intentional. That was intentional. That was the perfect love of a father for me and my daughter. God's timing is perfect, y'all. Everything that's going on in your life, there's a purpose for it. There's a reason. And you know what? We drive ourselves absolutely mad trying to figure out, why did God let that person die? Why is God letting my finances be like this? Why does God do this? And why does God do that? His thoughts are not our thoughts, and his ways are not our ways. And keep in mind that the mind that you have, he's given it to you. And when he's ready to reveal his plan to you, he will do it in his time. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm sad. I miss my dad a lot of times. But I know that God's timing was perfect in taking my father. And I call God good for that. So, anyways, that's it. I'm going to move this video over to Facebook. But please check out the YouTube channel. Stephanie Seriously. Like, subscribe. And share if you feel like this is a video that is blessing you or encouraging you. Share it, like it, comment. Okay? God bless you. Have a great weekend.